WCBN presents Michigan Wolverines basketball at Jersey Mike's Arena as the Wolverines are set to take on the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. Welcome everybody, Zachary Linder here, as the Wolverines, coming off an emotional victory over Michigan State on Saturday, get set to finish with 3 of their last 4 games on the road. It was going to be a very difficult schedule, also a very important end of the year, as there is a 6-way tie in the Big Ten at 7 losses. Indiana and Maryland 10-7. Rutgers and Michigan are both 9-7, along with Illinois and Michigan State. So very important games here. Rutgers currently is on an inside track to make March Madness. Wolverines are now looking in from outside. Yet these teams are tied in the Big Ten and both very much in play for a potential double bye in the Big Ten tournament. At the same time, Wolverines have a very tough schedule here, and it begins here at Rutgers. Wolverines only have 2 wins on the road this season, at Minnesota and at Northwestern. It's Rutgers' blackout game. Rutgers wearing black, Wolverines wearing white. Both teams are now on the court. Without set to face off. Wolverines starting lineup: Doug McDaniel and Kobe Buffkin at guard, Joey Baker, Will Cheddar at forward, and Hunter Dickinson at center. For Rutgers, it's Paul Mulcahy it's Cam Spencer at guard, Oscar Palmquist and Andre Hyatt at forward, and Clifford Amarui at center. And we are about set to begin. Opening tip comes. Rutgers will win it. Amarui with the ball. He'll pass to Spencer. Rutgers has it at the top of the key. Still at the top, now in the left corner. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Rutgers has it. And shot attempt from Amarui, no good. Ball goes out of bounds. It's still Rutgers' ball. Shot hit the rim, so it'll be a shot clock reset. Rutgers will inbound it from their back line. And shot attempt goes in. Cam Spencer with the first points of the game. Wolverines now with their first possession. Doug McDaniel has it. He'll pass it to Buffkin. At the top. Pass it back to Baker. He'll go to Buffkin. Guarded by Hyatt. Center now has it. Back to Buffkin. 3-pointer from the right side. Off the rim. No good. Spencer will rebound it for the Scarlet Knights. And he'll pass to Palmquist. We'll give it to Mulcahy. He'll come around center court. Rutgers will still pass it around the 3-point arc. They'll go around the horn. And now Mulcahy's going to take it inside the paint. Layup goes in. Rutgers up 4-0. They score in their first 2 possessions. McDaniel has it for the Wolverines. He'll take it up into the front court. And pass got deflected by Spencer, but Buffkin will get a handle on it. Pass to Cheddar. Baker from the left side takes a corner 3 off the rim. No good. Rebound by Buffkin. Wolverines keep the ball. We'll give it to McDaniel. McDaniel at the top. He'll take a 3, and he gets that one to go. Wolverines on the board. It's now 4-3. Inbounded by Mulcahy. He'll inbound it to Palmquist. Thomas with a stand up there in front of the half-court line. It's now Mulcahy with the ball. He'll pass to the right side. Spencer has it, being guarded by Hunter Dickinson. He'll take it into the paint. He'll take a layup. Gets it to go. Rutgers back up by 3. McDaniel with the ball for the Wolverines. Take it into the front court as he has become their primary inbounder. Cheddar now has it. He'll pass to McDaniel on the left side, outside the arc. Hunter Dickinson has it now. He'll dump it back to Buffkin. Pass to Baker, right corner, He comes into the paint, layup misses, rebounded by Hunter Dickinson initially, and we're going to have a held ball here. Possession arrow will favor the Wolverines. They'll keep it. There's only 5 seconds left on the shot clock, but it will be Wolverines' ball. So they trail by 3 early here. They will inbound it from the baseline. McDaniel will inbound it. Baker comes into the paint. 2 on the shot clock. And another held ball. And this will send it back to the Scarlet Knights. There were only 2 seconds left on the shot clock when that held ball occurred. So Hyatt will have it for the Scarlet Knights. He'll pass to Mulcahy. Back to Hyatt on the left side. He'll give it to Palmquist. Being guarded by Cheddar. He'll go back to Spencer. Center court. Spencer will pass across to the right side. It's going to be a 3-pointer for Palmquist. Off the rim. No good, but rebounded by Spencer. Another 3 attempt, also off the rim. Cannot get it to go. Wolverines come up with it. Bufkin has the ball. Wolverines trail by 3 early. Bufkin will pass it back to McDaniel. Just in front of the center court line. McDaniel being guarded by Spencer. He'll come around to the center. He'll pass to the left side. Cheddar has it. He'll take a long 3 off the rim. No good. Rebound by Omaruyi. Rutgers has it. Up 3. McDaniel will guard Spencer. Now Mulcahy with the ball. Give it to Hyatt. Hyatt looked for a 3, but didn't take it. He'll give it back to Mulcahy. We'll go in. Omaruyi, contact. And it's going to be a blocking foul against the Wolverines. 15:58 left in the first period, first half. And we will have a media stoppage here. It's a 6-3 game. Scarlet Knights out in front early.
Next tonight's game ball is presented to the match. Our first watching couple is presented by Rutgers Athletic Director Matt Hobbs. Singing voice representing Children's Project for DNC. Thank you, DJ City. Let's go, Scarlet Knights.
Low scoring game here early. Rutgers on top 6-3. McDaniel at a 3 for the Wolverines. Their only points. Cam Spencer has 4 the first 6 for the Scarlet Knights. Mulcahy has 2. Both teams coming off of wins that snapped losing streaks. Wolverines had lost back-to-back games, but then handled their in-state rivals as they beat Michigan State 84-72 last Saturday night. Game was tied at 72, but then they rattled off the final 12 points in a twist for the Wolverines, who have struggled a lot this year, closing out games, but were able to do it there. Rutgers, they had been on a 3-game slide. Losses to Indiana, Illinois, and Nebraska, but eked out a 1-point win, 58-57 at Wisconsin last Saturday. These teams currently in a 4-way tie for 5th place in the Big Ten standings, along with Illinois and Michigan State. Illinois will host Northwestern in the game starting in 10 minutes. Northwestern second in the conference at 11-5. Purdue 13-4. You also have Indiana and Maryland a half game up at 10-7. A very tight conference here. Important game of both sides, and what starts really a tough stretch for the Wolverines. They go back home, host Wisconsin on Sunday for their final home game in what should be a winnable game. But then they finish at Illinois and at Indiana. Looking ahead for Rutgers, they go at Penn State Sunday, then go at Minnesota next Thursday, finish on March 5th against Northwestern here in Piscataway. As we're about set to come back, Rutgers up 6-3, 15:58 to go in the first half. And it'll be free throws for Amarui. He'll take 2 shots as he got fouled right before the media timeout. First shot off the backboard, no good. Back of the rim, could not get it to go. So misses the front end. He'll have one more. And that's also off the back of the rim. So Amarui misses both. Wolverines rebound him. Wolverines have it. McDaniel has the ball. He'll give it to Dickinson. And Baker will take a 3 from the right corner. Bounces high off the rim. No good, out of bounds. It'll be Wolverines' ball. Ball was off Rutgers. And ball will go out of bounds again. Still off the Still off of Scarlet Knights. Wolverines keep the basketball. 17 on the shot clock. Buffkin will have it. He'll give it to Dickinson. Dickinson will take a 3. Off the back of the rim, no good. Hyatt rebounds it. Scarlet Knights have the ball back. Still go inside to Amarui. He'll get a layup to go. Rutgers is now up 8-3. Wolverines still only 1 field goal this game. A 3-pointer by McDaniel. He has the ball. 15 to go in the half. 5 minutes into the game. Shetter now has it. Baker now in the corner. He's going to take it into the paint. Layup. A lot of contact. No call. No good. Rutgers has the ball back. Mukai has it. And he'll pass to Amarui. Amarui will dunk. And it's 10-3. Shetter rebounds to McDaniel. Daniel take it into the front court. Proud really getting into it here as the Scarlet Knights have an early 7-point lead. McDaniel take a mid-ranger off the front of the rim. No good, and I think we're going to end up with another held ball. And not sure. Not sure if there's a call here right now. It's going to be Michigan basketball in the held ball. They had the possession arrow. Buffkin will take a mid-ranger. Off the back of the rim, no good. Wolverines try to get a rebound. And ball goes out of bounds, but it's going to be off of the Wolverines. So Rutgers will get it back in a very sloppy start here for Michigan. Rutgers has it. Hyatt has it. Now a 3-pointer from McConnell, who just entered the game. He gets it to go. And it is 13-3. And Michigan's going to take an early timeout here. 14 minutes to go in the first half. So Rutgers is up 13-3. They have made 6 of their 9 field goal attempts. Wolverines are 1 for 10. Very lopsided start. Juwan Howard did not like what he was seeing. So he has to burn a timeout early here. And the Wolverines have to just figure out some way to get shots in. Neither team has a turnover yet. The difference is just that the Wolverines are not making shots. Rutgers is. Doug McDaniel had a 3. And there is nothing else. Joey Baker's 0 for 4, Bufkin 0 for 2. Terrence Williams has entered the game for the Wolverines. So we're out of that timeout. Wolverines will look to do something. McDaniel has it. So take it into the front court. Wolverines will pass it around into Dickinson inside, standing just outside of the paint on the left side. He's going to fight his way in, take a short shot, and he misses it. And the struggles continue. 13 and a half to go. Rutgers up 13-3. Mulcahy has it. He'll drive into the paint, but then he's going to stop just to the left. He'll look to pass. He'll pass to McConnell. McConnell's just outside the arc. He'll dump it off to Spencer. Being guarded by McDaniel. Spencer at the top. He'll go to the left side. Take a three from the left off the top of the rim. No good. Terrence Williams has it for the Wolverines. He'll hand it off to McDaniel. Back to Williams. Left side. Corner three attempt. Front of the rim. No good. Rutgers has it back. Ball will go out of bounds. It's going to be Rutgers' ball. Rutgers will inbound from the sideline. It'll be Mulcahy with him. So he'll be up top. He'll drive into the paint. He'll pass it to McConnell. McConnell will come up behind, under the basket. And a stoppage, and I believe they called a foul on Joey Baker. It's the second foul by Michigan. Rutgers will inbound. 12:39 to go. And Rutgers will make a substitution here. And a shot attempt rolls around by Cam Spencer, that was. No good. Simpson in for Rutgers. Michigan has the ball. Bufkin with it. Up top. Pass to Joey Baker, left side. Corner three. Front of the rim. Bounces up. No good again. Wolverines cannot get the rebound. Struggles on offense continue. Rutgers has the ball. It's McConnell with it. Pass to Hyatt. He'll take a three from the right. Off the backboard. Misses the rim. Wolverines rebound. Williams had the rebound. Gives it to McDaniel. Pass to Dickinson inside. 12 to go in the first half. And pass attempt to Bufkin gets intercepted by McConnell. First turnover by the Wolverines. And now a pass to Reber, who enters for the first time for Rutgers. And his pass, as he was going out of bounds, gets intercepted by McDaniel. Baker has a pass to Bufkin in the corner. Being guarded by McDaniel. He'll get it back out to Baker outside. Dickinson now has it in the paint. Finally gets a shot to go. Wolverines score for the first time in over 5 minutes. Scores 13-5, 11 and a half to go in the first half. Simpson has it for Rutgers. Up the middle. We'll go around to the right, being guarded by Bufkin. Oh, now go back around to the left a little. Now we'll go take a mid-range shot and misses it. Dickinson gets the rebound. Pass it to McDaniel. He'll take it up into the front court. He'll pass to the right side. Bufkin has him. They guarded closely by Simpson. He'll pass it inside to Dickinson, who will dunk. And Wolverines have scored the last 4 points. It's 13-7 now. Connell has it. He'll pass to Simpson. Hyatt with it now. He'll keep passing around. Reber has it. Now back to Simpson. He'll take it into the paint. He'll look back to Reber. He'll pass to Spencer. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to corner three attempt by Hyatt from the left side. Airballs it, throws it over the rim. Wolverines have it back. Williams with it. He'll pass to McDaniel. Wolverines will adjust. Really taking their time here. 15 on the shot clock. And they'll go to Buffkin, who will take a corner three from the right. He gets it. Wolverines have scored the last 7 points. It's a 3-point game at 13-10. McConnell has it. And a stoppage and a foul called against the Wolverines, I believe. And with 9:54 to go, this will take us to immediate timeout. As the Wolverines have run off 7 straight points to cut the deficit down to 3.
What is that? Those trouble fancy now is never named in hot workers being into extenders. It's going to through that which is like for this unit being ready faster than all the represent history or signature shirt on the executive board, the student activity by a lady. Joining them on the field, Rutgers record athletics that off.
I want to thank anyone who's tuning in who had listened to the end of the women's basketball game as the women's team defeated Rutgers back in Ann Arbor 71-53 to snap a 2-game losing streak of their own. Wolverines will now go for the sweep of the Scarlet Knights as the men's team is trailing here 13-10 early, but they are on a 7-0 run. 9:54 left to go in the first half. Wolverines are down 3, but they have momentum. Took a little while, but they eventually, after Juwan Howard called an early timeout, managed to figure things out on offense. Still only 4 for 16 from the floor overall. They only have 1 turnover, so their issue really is just missing shots. Rutgers is 6 for 14 from the field. They are only 1 for 6 on 3-pointers. And they also have missed 2 free throws. So missed opportunities on both sides. Each team with 1 turnover. But overall, not a lot of action. Scarlet Knights had gone on a 9-0 run after it was 4-3 to make it 13-3. Wolverines responded with a 7-0 run of their own. Still in progress. Worth noting, Jet Howard is not playing for the Wolverines after suffering an injury in the game against Michigan State, which is potentially a major loss for the Wolverines, yet at the same time, they looked pretty good after he was out of the game. Looking back at the Michigan State game, you had Doug McDaniel lead the team with 18 points. Kobe Buffkin also at 17. Hunter Dickinson at 14. Jet Howard at 10 before he left, along with Joey Baker. But Terrace Reed was the other star in that game. Only had 8 points, but had 10 rebounds, 4 offensive boards. Taking advantage of his size. He has not seen the floor yet. Looks like we're about ready to come out of this timeout. It'll be Rutgers ball. 23 seconds on the shot clock after a Michigan foul. It'll be Caleb McConnell inbounding from the sideline. And Rutgers will now throw it. Ball goes out of bounds, but deflected off of Michigan. So Rutgers will keep possession. McConnell will inbound to McCahey. He'll take it back up behind the 3-point arc. 10 on the shot clock. Rutgers will pass it around and get it to Omori inside. He'll go under the rim, try a backhanded layup, but cannot get it to go. Reverse layup misses. Wolverines have the ball. It's McDaniel. Up top, being guarded by Derek Simpson. Pass to Buffkin. Buffkin in the paint, takes a layup, gets it to go. And we have a 1-point game here with just over 9 to go in the first half. Scarlet Knights take it up. Okay, he has it. Being guarded by, I believe that is Kobe Buffkin. Okay, he's still with it. And he'll pass it to the corner. High pass to Palmquist. Back to Mulcahy. Now we'll go across the court to McConnell. Back to Mulcahy. He takes a three from the left. He gets it. Ends a 9-0 run by the Wolverines with a three. Scarlet Knights back up by 4. McDaniel has it up top on the Scarlet Red R at center court. Now, McDaniel takes a mid-ranger, misses, but Terrence Williams is going to come up with the rebound. Jace Howard and Terrace Reed are both in the game for the first time. Terrace Reed has it now. He'll pass to Williams outside. Terrace Reed has it now. It's 8 on the shot clock. He'll try to take it inside. A lot of contact, and they're going to call a held ball, which is going to give the ball back to Rutgers. We have had 4 held balls already here in these first 12 minutes. Rutgers has the ball. Mulcahy will take it up the backcourt as we are nearing our next media timeout as we are hitting the 8-minute mark now. Rutgers will pass it around the horn. McConnell has it now. He'll go to Simpson on the outside. Now he'll go to Omori inside. Back to Simpson outside. Omori. Look at 5 on the shot clock. He's going to give it to Simpson, who will come in, and he will get fouled as he shoots, attempting to come into the basket. So a 7:46 to go in the first half. We'll take a timeout here. It is Rutgers up 16-12 with foul shots coming for the Scarlet Knights when we return. Now past the halfway point in the first half is a 16-12 lead for Rutgers. And a very critical game here for the Wolverines. They need to make something happen if they want to get into the tournament. Rutgers in a good position right now, but they had a 3-game slide, snapped it last weekend at Wisconsin, but they need to get back on the right track here. Michigan with an opportunity to get what would be their 3rd quad 1 win of the year. For Rutgers, this will be a quad 2 game. Wolverines 2-10 in quad 1 games. Means a reason that they are not currently in the tournament discussion. Wolverines are number 62 in the net. Rutgers 28 in the net. They're 5-6 in quad 1 games. They do have 2 quad 3 losses. But looking at Rutgers' schedule, they're all winnable games. And looking at it, their schedule at Penn State is a toss-up. Penn State's been a pretty good team at home. At Minnesota, a game they probably should win. And then a home game against Northwestern, who's 2nd in the Big Ten, but Rutgers did win 65-62 in Evanston back in January. That'll finish the year for them. Wolverines, they have a tough schedule. Home against Wisconsin, then finishing at Illinois and Indiana. But with where they stand, they need a tough schedule because if they want to make a tournament run here, it's going to require getting good wins. The good news for them is they have opportunities to do that. They win at Indiana, at Illinois, at Rutgers. Those are all quad one games for them. Wisconsin is a quad two game at this point. Of course, these rankings can always change. But Michigan has an opportunity to make a statement. They just have to do it, which is something they've had trouble with at times this year. So we're back, 7:46 to go in the first half. Rutgers up 16-12, and Simpson taking 2 free throws here. First one off the front of the rim, no good. Rutgers has now missed their first 3 free throws. Wolverines have not even been fouled yet, let alone gone to the line. Second attempt, he will get that to go, and it's 17-12. Williams will inbound to McDaniel. Daniel will take it into the front court. Rutgers had a full court press there. 18 on the shot clock. McDaniel passes to Reed. Back to McDaniel on the far side. Pass to Terrace Reed inside, and he steps out of bounds on the baseline. And third turnover of the game for the Wolverines. Rutgers will get the ball back. Rutgers has it. Mulcahy has it. Guarded by Chase Howard. Pass to Simpson. Simpson on the left side. He'll pass back to Spencer. He'll go around to Palmquist. Then to Mulcahy. Pass inside to Palmquist. 7 on the shot clock. And pass to Amori. He takes a shot from inside. Misses but gets fouled. And with exactly 7 minutes to go in the first half, Rutgers up 5, and it'll be Amori going to the free throw line for the first time. So there's now 5 fouls on the Wolverines. None for the Scarlet Knights. First free throw misses. Rutgers now 1 for 5. From the line. Probably the one thing keeping the Wolverines in this game. Second shot, that rolls around and misses. That is 5 free throws already that Rutgers has missed. Correction, it's 4 fouls for Michigan, not 5. McDaniel has it for the Wolverines. Pass to Dickinson around to Williams on the left side. He goes back outside to McDaniel. Terrace Reed will come around. Potentially set a screen. He's going to go to Chase Howard in the corner. Back to McDaniel. 5 on the shot clock. Crowd getting louder. He'll take a tough 3. Rolls around. No good. Terrace Reed going for a rebound. He gets it. The shot was off the rim. Shot clock reset. McDaniel goes inside. Shot gets blocked. Rutgers has the ball back. And it's Spencer. Misses on a dunk. Goes down to the ground hard. And he will be fouled. Chase Howard called for the foul. So it'll be another 2 free throw attempts here for the Scarlet Knights. Very hard fall there for Derek Simpson. Simpson took 2 free throws and split the pair. He'll have another pair here. First one gets that to go. And both teams substituting now. Buffkin, Baker, and Cheddar will all come back in for the Wolverines.
And one more shot.
Second shot upcoming. Rutgers up 6. He gets that, so he makes both. And Rutgers will now put McConnell back in the game. So it's a 19-12 lead for Rutgers. 6:18 left in the first half. Joey Baker has it. Passes to Buffkin. Wolverines will get it in the front court. It's Baker being double teamed. But he'll just dump it back to Buffkin. 15 on the shot clock. He'll go up top. Pass to Baker. In the center. Cheddar now on the left side. Jace Howard's going to take a corner three. He gets it to make it a 4-point game and end a 6-0 run by Rutgers. Game of runs here. Wolverines snap one for the Scarlet Knights with that three. And Buffkin with a takeaway. And he misses a layup but gets fouled. That's the first foul by Rutgers this evening. It'll be Paul McKay with the foul. There'll be 2 shots upcoming for Kobe Buffkin. Wolverines have 5 fouls. For Rutgers, that's number 1. With just over 5.5 here in half number 1. So Buffkin with a chance to make it a 2-point game if he can hit this pair. First shot, gets it. And it's a 3-point game. For Rutgers, Andre Hyatt comes in before the second free throw. And Buffkin will make that as well. He hits the pair. 19-17 to score. So now it's the Wolverines with the last 5 points to make it a 2-point game. Wolverines have not led, but they are right in this game. Rutgers will get into the front court. It's McKay with it. The pass to Hyatt, who came back into the game. Pass around to the left side. McKay with it, directing traffic. He'll give it to Cam Spencer. 3 on the shot clock. Spencer's going to take a mid-ranger. Misses, but Rutgers with the rebound. McConnell had the rebound. 3-point attempt from McKay. Misses another rebound. And then Amori with a dunk. On their 3rd chance, Rutgers gets the dunk, gets it back up to a 4-point lead. Score is 21-17, under 5 to play in the first half. Buffkin has it. Crowd really getting loud here. This place is sold out, and it is full. Errant pass by the Wolverines will go out of bounds. It'll give Rutgers the ball back. That's the Wolverines' 4th turnover of the game. Rutgers has 2. It'll be Dean Reber entering for the Scarlet Knights. So Rutgers with the ball, 4.5 to play. Mulcahy has it on the right side, outside the arc. Now Cam Spencer, guarded by Hunter Dickinson. He's going to drive it inside, and he'll pass under the basket. Pass gets intercepted by Kobe Buffkin. Turnover number 3 for Rutgers. Buffkin takes it inside the arc, and a pass to Baker gets taken away by Mulcahy. He'll give it to Hyatt. Ball will go out of bounds, off Rutgers. Crowd does not like the ruling, but with 4:05 to go in the first half, it'll be Michigan basketball. Wolverines will put Doug McDaniel back in the game. Jace Howard is out. McDaniel take it up to the front court, as he's been doing all night long when he's been in the game. 15 on the shot clock. He has not passed it yet. Now he passes it to Hunter Dickinson outside to Buffkin on the right side. Dickinson to Williams. He'll take it inside, pass to Baker. 3 on the shot clock, and it's going to be a long 3 attempt from Buffkin, and he gets it to roll around and go in. It's a 1-point game here in Piscataway. 21-20 to score. McConnell has it for the Scarlet Knights. And a shot attempt by McConnell's no good. It'll be Doug McDaniel coming away with the rebound. Take it into the front court. McDaniel pass to Williams on the left side. Corner 3 for the lead. Off the rim, no good. Hyatt with the rebound for Rutgers. Just over 3 to go. Hyatt takes it to the front court. Pass to Reber. Now Wolverines are going to intercept a pass. It's the 4th turnover for Rutgers. The second one in the last minute or so. McDaniel has it for the Wolverines. Under 3 to go in the half. Wolverines with a chance to take their first lead of the night. McDaniel will pass to Dickinson up top outside the arc. Dickinson will take it inside on the left side. Being guarded by Reber. He'll get a shot to go in. And the Wolverines are up 22-21, their first lead of the night. Okay, he has it. He'll pass to McConnell. Now Spencer with it being guarded by McDaniel. He'll pass to McConnell. Wolverines fans that are here chanting defense. They are making their presence felt. 6 on the shot clock. And a stoppage, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Hyatt. That'll be Rutgers' second foul of the game. Now we'll take a timeout here with 2:12 to go in the first half. It is the Wolverines with a 22-21 edge, as they just secured their first lead of the night, as they look to win this critical road contest in their quest to strengthen their resume to try to backdoor their way into the tournament and maybe even get a double bye in the Big Ten tournament if they can secure a top 4 seed. We'll take a quick break here and be right back.
Let's go.
Take a look around the league. Not a ton of games going on, but there are some notable games. Penn State won at Ohio State 75-71 earlier tonight. And Ohio State is just in a total tailspin. They are now 3-14 in the Big Ten, solidly 15th. Or 13th, rather, in the conference. Only ahead of Minnesota. Nebraska is 12th at 7-10. So there is a sizable gap there. Penn State improved to 8-9. They're in a tie for 10th in the conference with Wisconsin. Those teams looking to avoid having to play at on the first day of the Big Ten tournament, which will be Wednesday, March 8th. And as I mentioned earlier, Northwestern and Illinois are in action right now. It's Northwestern up 14-12 early on. Out in Colorado, you have USC up 16-14 at Colorado. 9 minutes into that game. USC is a bubble team, so they're a team to look at. Colorado currently not in the tournament picture. As we are 10 days away from the end of the regular season, each team with 3 games left after this before entering the Big Ten tournament. It looks like we're about set to come out of this media timeout. Wolverines are up 22-21. They will have the ball after an offensive foul by Andre Hyatt for the Scarlet Knights. They had not led all game until Dickinson's shot with 2:37 to go. And they now lead with the ball, a chance to extend this lead. It's Rutgers with the possession arrow right now. So unless things change, unless there's a held ball in these final couple minutes, it'll be Rutgers getting the ball first when we come back for the second half. McDaniel has it for the Wolverines as we are back with a couple to go. McDaniel, 15 on the shot clock. He'll pass it to Buffkin. To Baker, corner 3 from the left. Gets it in. Wolverines up by 4. That's the 5th made 3 for the Wolverines on 14 attempts. Mulcahy has it for Rutgers. He'll take it into the paint. Look back. Pass to Hyatt outside the arc. 13 on the shot clock. Pass to McConnell on the left side. McConnell will get it inside to Spencer, who will work his way into the paint. Layup rolls around, does not go in. Out of bounds. Off of Rutgers. It's Michigan basketball. And now the Wolverines have another 8-0 run. This has just been a game of runs. Wolverines have it right now. Up 4 with the ball, minute 15 to play. Pass to Terrence Williams. He's guarded by Hyatt on the right side outside the arc. He'll go to McDaniel. He'll go back to Williams. Back to McDaniel. Those two pass it back and forth. McDaniel's up top, guarded by Spencer. Last minute in the first half. McDaniel will take it inside. Shot attempt gets blocked. Rutgers has it. To Hyatt. He'll take a layup and miss, but be fouled.
Very Baker. 2 on Baker, 6 on the Wolverines.
6 foul for the Wolverines. If they have any more in these last 51 seconds, it will put Rutgers in the bonus. Hyatt will have 2 shots here as he was fouled on the shot. First free throw, rolls around, misses. As Rutgers continues to be hurt by poor free throw shooting. And Wolverines have 6 fouls, but 5 have come on shots, giving Rutgers free throws. They are now 2 for 9, or 3 for 9, rather, on free throws. Second free throw rolls around. That's no good. And that is now 7 points left on the court at the free throw line. McDaniel has the ball for the Wolverines. In the final 40 seconds. Hunter Dickinson, pass intended for him, goes out. But it'll be off of Rutgers. 16 on the shot clock, 37 seconds in the half. Wolverines will inbound from their baseline. It'll be Buffkin getting the ball from the official to throw in, and he'll throw it into McDaniel. Wolverines will pass it around the arc. It's Buffkin with it, just inside. Pass it got deflected, but McDaniel gets it, gives it back to Buffkin. 3 on the shot clock. He'll take a tough 3. He airballs it. It's a shot clock violation. He just had to take a shot with the shot clock expiring, and he was really falling back. Just had not much of a chance of making that. So it'll be Rutgers with the final possession as they have a chance to get a 2-for-1 that could tie the game or take the lead. 10 seconds to go. McConnell has it inside the arc on the left side. He'll work his way into the paint, and he gets fouled and gets it to go. It'll be an and 1. Foul number 7 for the Wolverines. Jace Howard with the foul. So Rutgers with a chance to make this a 1-point game. Wolverines will then have 4.4 seconds to see if they can get some miracle to extend this lead before half. And Rutgers misses the free throw again. McDaniel has it. He goes inside the arc, and he gets fouled. There is no time left on the clock. And now they're going to go to the scorer's table, probably to look and see if the foul occurred before, or rather if the shot occurred before time expired. They're showing a replay. Crowd doesn't like the call, but I don't think the call is what's being reviewed. And yeah, it is going to be 2 free throws. That was a good job by McDaniel. after it seemed like Rutgers was going to have a 2-for-1 chance because they have the possession arrow. The missed free throw, McDaniel able to rebound it. Rutgers did not have anyone at the basket, so it was an easy rebounded advance for McDaniel. He gets the shot off. He gets fouled. Wolverines have a chance to get it back up to 4 if they can make these free throws. Not sure now what the holdup is. And so McDaniel's going to shoot at an empty basket. They're
Now one of those people that will disperse.
And now there's another delay. I don't know if this is a matter of player positioning, but there's no time left in the half. There cannot be a rebound. So it's going to be an empty basket for McDaniel. I don't believe they called it flagrant. It would not matter in any event with no time on the clock. First free throw rolls around, but he gets it to go. That'll make it 26-23. One more for McDaniel. And off the front of the rim, no good. McDaniel splits the pair. We are at halftime. It is 26-23. Wolverines. They were down 13-3, but then at a 9-0 run, and then at another 8-0 run. This has simply been a game of runs, looking throughout this entire half. Very streaky half for the for both sides. After it was initially 4-3, it then became 13-3 Rutgers. They ran off 9 in a row. But then Rutgers had run off 9 in a row, making it 13-3. Wolverines ran off 9 in a row to make it 13-12. But then Rutgers had a 6-0 run of their own to make it 19-12. Wolverines then got 5 in a row. And then after Rutgers made it 2, Wolverines got another 8-0 run. Through all of this, Wolverines are up 26-23. Now, it is worth noting, Wolverines, we've seen them at times have struggles closing out games, and we'll see how the second half plays out. We saw it last year at times, and it started to creep up as we've gotten more kind of these last few games. Michigan State was an exception to that narrative. The Spartans had led the majority of that game, but then Wolverines eventually able to tie it and then scored the final 12 points. But you go back before that, looking at the game at Wisconsin, Wolverines had been down 12 in that game, got it back to 1, but just too many mistakes, missed free throws at the end there, and were unable to tie it. You look at the Indiana game, and the Wolverines did score for over 5 minutes at the end, lost by 1. So you look at those types of losses, and that's really what's holding this team back. You look at Central Michigan loss, which was, I mean, that's a quad 4 loss. You can't have that on your resume. The Virginia loss in a game they were up 11 at halftime. But then you look at this Wolverines team, and they've had some miraculous wins in games that frankly never should have even gotten to it. You look at the Eastern Michigan game, they had trailed that most of the game. There's a quad 4 game for you. Ohio, it took them overtime to beat. Jackson State took them a half to pull away. Lipscomb was close until the final few minutes. So this is a Wolverines team that really, they've had frustrating losses. They've had wins that shouldn't have been as close as they've been. But then you look, they've had 2 quad 1 wins. They completely decimated a solid Maryland team. Maryland currently sitting at 10-7 in the conference after their 88-70 win over Minnesota last night. And then they swept Northwestern with a dominant win at Northwestern. There's another quad one win. Northwestern second in the conference. They're only a game behind Purdue, and they have a head-to-head win over them. If Purdue slips up again, there's a chance that Northwestern could finish the top team in the Big Ten. Well, looking around this weekend, no Big Ten games tomorrow, but then you look Saturday, you have Michigan State at Iowa. Iowa 9-8, Michigan State 9-7 in the conference. Minnesota at Nebraska. No real tournament implications there. And then a signature Indiana at Purdue game. Indiana going for a sweep. Purdue looking to avenge that earlier loss. Then Sunday you have Northwestern at Maryland. Very intriguing game there. Maryland could get within potentially tie Northwestern depending what happens tonight. Northwestern's up 24-15 at Illinois right now. You have Illinois at Ohio State. And we'll see if Ohio State at home is just able to figure anything out. Because Ohio State, keep in mind, they were ranked until January. As of January 8th, they were ranked. And then they had just been on a tailspin ever since, only having one win since then. And you look back, thinking, well, we're playing at Rutgers here. And think about Rutgers at Ohio State when there was that controversial call that cost Rutgers the game. That was a ranked Ohio State team. So that's definitely something interesting to see how far Ohio State's fallen. Otherwise, you have a very, very tight Big Ten conference. So we have about 9 minutes to go before the second half begins. We'll take a quick break here. Get back when we have a few minutes left in the half to review the first half and other important upcoming news as we enter the final push toward March Madness.
No, it's not. In Las Vegas, it comes or not. Filthy shots. They're twisting. Satisfying. Go. They said there was a video board high in the floor. James consumed as sir, please, if you can stop. This is speaking family, speak to the truck, and Jason, oh, was it chicken to that? So it's really you want to do it. So you know, I'm going to get this fucking news. That's low. Okay, easy, man. It's not speed, just in the body. It's in Jason. James, it's for free. James goes to the big way for the CNC purchase. It's Jason and it's so I'll take such a word. GSC you'll live with it. There is Rutgers Masters almost 16%. Change. Go to the highest class. The fish gender of the orange lines, and it's just more than 600 doing package, providing the source of information matters that ready to be expensive. Now this written the bell. Sorting all the plunge per day. These are strong are you. Steakhouse 85. I was 21st century introducing what glasses and hers. There's now full places in downtown brunches. Steakhouse 85. Will be a business steakhouse on this is fast. The somehow operate through making food games versus function like operating something strong best features and time. Congratulations to our life first focus that is very through the 60 surprise disasters while eating. Then that's a stone up your plans or start creativity. Stone up your business. And keep it what is with unstarch and stone up. Be there. Countries all services is New Jersey's premier parking federal service, providing important and transportation solutions for urban expression events. Country talks and values of the future involves. Take care of what they should show names in your next to them. Visit them on the way. Countries and services Inc.com. Countries services. This is still Park Guard. They will be involved. Hey, check out the Wolverines. I have to spotlights. You should try to seriously law.
So we have about 4 minutes left before we start the second half here. I want to remind everyone that WCBN Sports coverage will continue all weekend as the Michigan hockey team will face on the Notre Dame Fighting Irish the next 2 nights, 7 p.m. tomorrow, 8 p.m. Saturday at Yostace Arena. Both games will be covered. As the Wolverines are currently tied for second at 36 points with Ohio State, but they've lost the head-to-head tiebreaker after getting swept last weekend. So Wolverines need Ohio State to lose at least 1 to Minnesota if Wolverines handle their business, which you figure will likely happen. That would give the Wolverines the number 2 seed, giving them at least 2 rounds at home, and they would face Wisconsin in the quarterfinals next weekend. Then 2 p.m. Sunday, Wolverines host Wisconsin as the basketball team returns home. WCBN will have coverage of that as well. So coverage all weekend here. Looking back at the first half, it's a 26-23 lead for the Wolverines, which is very impressive after they fell behind 13-3 to start. Kobe Buffkin leads the team with 10 points. Hunter Dickinson is 6. Doug McDaniel 4. Billy Baker, Tate Howard each have 3. Wolverines 9 for 26 from the floor. They are 5 for 15 from 3 points. On the Rutgers side, Cliffo Amori leads with 6 points. Paul McCahey, Cale McConnell have 5. Cam Spencer is 4. Derek Simpson is 3. Scarlet Knights have 5 turnovers. Wolverines have 6. The biggest undoing for Rutgers, they're 9 for 23 from the floor, 2 for 8 from three-pointers. They are 3 for 11 on free throws. They have left 8 points out there at the line, and they're down 8. So that's certainly something Steve Peichel's having a conversation about during halftime here. I mean, there's not a lot, admittedly, you can talk about in the locker room on it. They just simply need to start making the free throws. But it'll be the Wolverines taking a 3-point lead into the second half. Big opportunity for the Wolverines to get their third quad one win if this result holds. And then you figure the game against Wisconsin Sunday is a game they should win at home. They had a pretty ugly loss at Wisconsin. Wisconsin didn't make a field goal for over 10 minutes at the end of the game. They still won that game. So frustrating loss for the Wolverines, one they're hoping they can avenge in their own place. Wolverines are 7-2 at home in conference play, but only 2 losses coming to Purdue and Indiana. Only 2-5 on the road. Their 2 wins go at Minnesota and at Northwestern. Chance to get their third here. So under 30 seconds before we resume. And it will be Wolverines, I believe, with possession. I had misread this scoreboard. But it is the Wolverines. So it's the Wolverines having a 2-for-1 chance, not Rutgers. So Michigan up 3, and they will get the ball to start the second half. Seems to have flip ends. Wolverines are now 2 toward radio right where their bench is. Rutgers will head toward the left. Blackout game here for the Scarlet Knights, and they're wearing alternate black jerseys, and they have asked all fans to wear black. Wolverines in white. We are about set to resume. It'll be Bumpkin inbounded from the bottom, just behind the half-court line. And he has it, and we are back in the second half. Dickinson has it. He'll give it to Cheddar. Cheddar being guarded. Pass around. Baker has it. Pass to McDaniel. In on the shot clock. Buffkin takes a 3 from the right, rolls around, misses. Cheddar almost had the rebound, but he cannot come up with that. And it is Rutgers' ball. Spencer has it. Guarded by McDaniel. Pass to Amori. And he'll give it to Mulcahy. And mid-ranger is short, but he gets fouled. As Mulcahy goes to the ground. Cheddar charged with the foul. It's his second. First foul of the second half for the Wolverines. And Rutgers will go back to the line where they were 3 for 11 in the first half. Wolverines were 3 for 4. So Mulcahy has 2 shots. Chance to get this back to a 1-point game. First shot, it rolls around. He misses that. Some fans booing. They are not happy with all these free throw struggles. So Mulcahy will have 1 more. And he misses that as well. Another 0 for 2. Wolverines have the ball. They're still up 3. Just about a minute into the second half. McDaniel has it up top. Passed around to Baker, who will take it around the middle. Buffkin now. Goes inside the arc. Whistle and a foul called against Rutgers.
Rutgers foul on one Oscar Paul with his first personal foul. Scarlet Knights first team foul in second.
So that's Rutgers' first foul of the second half. McDaniel, or Buffkin rather, has it. Pass it inside to Dickinson. He's in the arc, to the left of the paint, 8 on the shot clock. He'll drive it in. He'll take a shot, misses it. Rutgers ball back. It's Hyatt with the ball for the Scarlet Knights. He'll pass to Amori. To Spencer. Spencer takes a mid-ranger. He gets it. And it's back to a 1-point game. McDaniel has the ball. Crowd rising to their feet. Wolverines are shooting into the student section, which is the loudest part here at Jersey Mike's Arena. McDaniel has it, pass it to Dickinson, right at the top of the arc. Buffkin now has it. And contact and a foul. Foul against Cliff Amori, his second, as it looked like Buffkin just kind of ran into him. But the foul called against Rutgers, that's their second here in the second half, a couple minutes in. So Baker will inbound up on the left sideline. Now Baker takes a 3 from the left, misses it. But Dickinson is going to get the rebound. Rutgers really showed no urgency to get to that ball. Baker takes another 3. He gets it. And the Wolverines are back up by 4. Very strange play there. Ball rebounded back very far, and Rutgers just did not anticipate it. Gave the Wolverines an offensive board as Dickinson corralled it. Baker got a second chance on the 3 he made. So Rutgers has the ball down 4. Mulcahy with the ball as he'll take, look like he might take a 3 from up top. He'll pass to Amori, who's inside. Shot misses, rebounded by Cheddar. Pass to Baker. Now Baker will wait as team comes in. Pass to Dickinson. High pass, but he gets it from the right side. He gets a shot to go. Wolverines up by 6. 31-25 the score in favor of Michigan with just over 17 minutes left in the game. Palmquist has it. Mulcahy now has it. He'll pass to Palmquist. Takes a 3-pointer from the left corner. He gets it. And it's back to a 3-point game. So Cheddar will inbound it to McDaniel. Will take it up as he's been doing all game. McDaniel will pass to Dickinson. He'll go to Cheddar. The top of the arc. McDaniel will go around to the left side. He's being guarded by Spencer. Pass to Dickinson. Mid-ranger from Dickinson. No good. Spencer has the rebound for the Scarlet Knights. They'll pass to Palmquist. Ball will go out of bounds. It'll be Michigan ball. As Rutgers turns it over there. 16-23 in the second half as we're nearing our first media timeout, about 15 seconds away now. Dickinson has it at the top of the arc. Pass to McDaniel, who's right outside the foul line, takes a mid-ranger. He gets it, and the Wolverines are back up by 5. And now a stoppage with exactly 16 minutes to go. Buffkin's first foul, and at exactly 16, we'll have the first media timeout here in the second half. So Wolverines were up 3 at halftime. They've outscored Rutgers 7-5 here in the second half. And worth noting, I think Northwestern Illinois is definitely a game worth following just because of this logjam at 7 losses, 10-7 or 9-7 in the Big Ten. Northwestern is up 37-19 at Illinois. The Wildcats just continue to roll. And I would say this is favorable for the Wolverines because they currently are 2 games behind Northwestern. So they're probably not going to catch the Wildcats, although they did sweep them. Worth noting, Northwestern lost to Michigan 68-51 in their home arena on February 2nd. They have not lost since. They've won 5 in a row at Wisconsin and Ohio State, and then back-to-back ranked wins against Purdue and Indiana. They had that comeback win against Purdue, beat them 64-58, and then almost blew the game against Indiana, but got a shot in the final few seconds to win that 64-62, and then just steamrolled past Iowa 80-60 on Sunday night. Northwestern ranked number 21st in the country. They go at Maryland at noon on Sunday, what should be a very intriguing game that you can watch before Michigan takes on Wisconsin at 2 p.m. on Sunday. If Northwestern wins, they improve to 12-5. They'll be a game behind Purdue. You look at those teams, Northwestern goes at Maryland, they host Penn State, and then finish in this arena here at Jersey Mike's Arena, then face Rutgers on March 5th. Looking at Purdue's schedule, they host Indiana in a revenge game, and then finish the year at Wisconsin and home to Illinois. Could be a race there for the number 1 spot in the Big Ten. We are back here. Rutgers has the ball. Just under 16 minutes. Hyatt has the ball. He'll pass to Moore, or to Cam Spencer, rather. Spencer goes into the paint. He falls down, and Baker's going to be able to take it away without a held ball, which would have kept it with Rutgers. So a turnover for the Scarlet Knights. Wolverines have it. McDaniel with the ball. He'll pass to Buffkin. Buffkin on the left side, inside the arc. He'll go to Joey Baker, takes a 3 from the left, rolls around, but gets out. No good. Amori gets the rebound. Dumps it off to Mulcahy, who's now in the front court, being tightly guarded by McDaniel. But then he's going to get in relatively uncontested to the rim, but misses a layup. Wolverines get it. 15 to go in the game. Baker passes back to Dickinson. 3 from the top, gets it. Wolverines up 8, their largest lead of the game, and Rutgers is going to take a timeout. So we'll have another media timeout here with 14:56 to go. And the Wolverines fans sitting behind their bench are making themselves known here to the dismay of the Rutgers fans.
Wow.
We have 14:56 here in the second half. Rutgers took a timeout. They have not scored in the last 2 minutes. Michigan's gotten the last 5 points to extend the lead to 8. Their largest lead of the night. Michigan had not led until there were 2 minutes, 37 seconds to go in the first half, and they have been continuously up since. They were up 3 at halftime. They are now up 8. Hunter Dickinson and Kobe Buffkin both have double-digit points. Dickinson, 11.7 rebounds. Looks like he's on track for a double-double. Wolverines 7 for 20 shooting on threes, 13 for 35 overall from the field. They have depended heavily on the three-pointers. Rutgers much less so, only 9 attempts. They've been successful on 3. The Thorne and Rutgers side remains their free throw shooting, 3 for 13 in this game. So we are about set to come out of this timeout. It'll be Rutgers ball. After their timeout, they trail by 8 with just under 15 minutes to play. Rutgers will inbound it. Palmquist passes to Mulcahy. Being pressed by Buffkin, but he'll take it up. And now a corner 3 from Spencer, and he gets it. And the lead is back down to 5. Center inbounds to McDaniel. Crowd is getting louder here, hoping that 3 turns into momentum for their Scarlet Knights. Dickinson has it on the left side. And he'll take a mid-ranger. He misses it. He airballs it. And Mulcahy has the rebound. Cam Spencer, as he's being guarded by Baker, not very closely. He's up top. He'll pass it to Palmquist. Hands it right back to Spencer. Spencer now comes to the foul line. Pass to Mulcahy. And now to Amori in the paint. He gets an easy shot. And just like that, it's back to a 3-point game. Michigan on top, 36-33. Crowd coming to their feet. McDaniel has it. Pass to Cheddar up top. Pass to Baker on the left side. He's going to take a 3, but guarded too closely by McKay. Pass it to Dickinson. 10 on the shot clock. Dickinson fights his way through coverage and gets a shot from the left corner. Gets it back up to a 5-point lead. Mulcahy, who takes it up to the front court, guarded closely by Buffkin. 15 on the shot clock, finally passes it to Hyatt, and Hyatt will pass to Amori, and he dunks it, and it's back to a 3-point game. McDaniel will take it up, 13 minutes left, he's right in front of his own bench in the top right corner. Buffkin has it. To Dickinson. Dickinson will get into the paint. Left-handed shot. His signature shot misses. He gets his own rebound. Takes a mid-ranger. Airballs it. Cheddar tried to rebound. He could not. Rutgers ball. They have a chance to tie down 3. Spencer has it, and shot attempt gets blocked as he was driving toward the rim on the right side. Ball will go out of bounds. It'll remain Rutgers ball. They still have 21 seconds on the shot clock. But an impressive block there by Joey Baker. Just swatted it right out of bounds. So Rutgers keeps the ball. 12.5 to go. They're down 3. Pass to Palmquist. The pass around Mulcahy has the ball. Guarded by Buffkin. And he'll pass into Amori in the paint. Had a little trouble handling it, but he gets it guarded by Dickinson. Potential 5-second count. Takes an off-balance shot. Goes past the rim, rebounded by the Wolverines. McDaniel has it. Right in front of his bench, and an off-ball foul is going to be against Rutgers. Palmquist called for the foul.
His second
foul. Third against the Scarlet Knights. 12-11 to go. And for Rutgers, it'll be Antoine Wolfo entering the game, I believe, for the first time today. So Baker inbounds to McDaniel. Hands it off to Buffkin. And another off-ball foul. And the crowd does not like this. And Wolfo, within a couple seconds of entering the game, gets charged with his first foul. And Rutgers will intercept a pass. The sloppy play there by the Wolverines. Rutgers has the ball back. Wolfo has it. He passes to Derek Simpson. Simpson takes it into the paint, passes to Palmquist. Left side corner three to tie the game. Bounces high off the rim. No good. Dickinson rebounds. Passes to McDaniel in the front court. McDaniel has it. Just dribbling around. Passes to Buffkin, who comes up under the rim. Passes and a three-point attempt from Baker, right corner, airballs it past the rim. Way too strong, but then pass gets intercepted by Baker. A lot of contact under the rim of the Rutgers basket. Nothing called. Baker, another three-pointer. This is that. It's a lot of quick action here. Missed shots, turnovers. Bottom line, it's Rutgers' ball here. They're down 38-35 with 11 minutes left in the game. So Mulcahy has it. He's being guarded by Buffkin. Mulcahy takes it into the paint. It's right around the foul line. Comes inside a little. He'll take a layup. Misses. Ball's deflected around. Buffkin comes up with the rebound. And he'll pass to McDaniel in the front court on the right side. And McDaniel's now just going to walk around. Crowd's getting louder here. A lot of time ran off the shot clock there. Now McDaniel's going to drive it in and gets an uncontested layup to go. Wolverines are back up by 5. The score is 40-35. We're still due for the under 12 media timeout. That'll come at the next whistle. Mulcahy has a passage to Simpson. Gives the Palmquist. Back to Mulcahy to Simpson. Up top. McDaniel closely guarded. Now he takes it to the rim. Layup attempt, no good. But Simpson will get the rebound. Now Mulcahy comes in. Layup, fouls. Shots good and one. 10 minutes to go. And it's a 3-point game with a one free throw coming when we come back from the break. We are exactly halfway through the second half. As the Wolverines up 40-37 in a very close game that looks like it very well may come down to the wire. We're halfway through the second half. Tight game. Wolverines had been up 8. Rutgers was up 10 very early. For a while, it was swinging the way of the Wolverines, but Rutgers has gotten it back to 3, and they will have an and one free throw coming when we come out of this timeout. One possession game, and you have to figure this is one that's going to go down to the final seconds. Very important game. Would be a signature win for the Wolverines. They need to really make a statement if they want to work their way back into the tournament conversation, and winning here would definitely be a massive step. The Scarlet Knights just need to take care of business. And with where these teams are in the net rankings, a game in Piscataway here, I think would qualify as taking business for Rutgers. This is just one they can't afford to lose. Especially after last week they had that loss to Nebraska at home by 10. Right now it still looks like they should make the tournament, but they certainly could fall out of the conversation. And their last 3 games are all winnable games, but their only real easy game is next Thursday at Minnesota. At Penn State and then home to Northwestern are not at all sure wins. So we're just about set to get out of this media timeout. It'll be an and one coming up for the Scarlet Knights. So one free throw for the Scarlet Knights. This is McKahey taking the shot. So he has missed 2 free throws, but he gets this one. It is a 2-point game.
Final blow for Rutgers.
Two-point game for Wolverines, still up. But it is one possession. Wolverines need to score here. Buffkin has the ball. He'll give it off to McDaniel in the front court. McDaniel passes to Terrence Reed, who just came back in with Jace Howard for the Wolverines to give them size. McDaniel, 3-pointer from the left corner, misses, but Terrence Williams, who also re-entered, has the rebound. McDaniel has it now, 14 on the shot clock. On the right side, he works into the paint. He's being double-teamed. Simpson on the coverage, along with Wolfo. Terrence Reed has it. 1 on the shot clock, and he had no idea. And it's a shot clock violation. Terrence Reed was oblivious. Never made any attempt to get a shot off. And an unforced error there. Jawan Howard is very upset. And Rutgers is going to get a chance to tie or take the lead right here. Crowd getting very into this. Wolverines full court press. They have Buffkin, McDaniel, and Howard all in the back court. But Rutgers gets it into the front court. And pass intercepted by McDaniel. That was Cam Spencer's pass. Williams has it, drive to the basket. The shot is short. And it's going to be rebounded by McConnell, who manages to keep himself in bounds as he was falling toward the baseline. Simpson now has it, guarded by McDaniel. 0-on-0 here. And another errant pass intercepted by Buffkin. McDaniel, layup, gets blocked, and a whistle. And they're going to call basket interference. So he will get credit for the shot, and it'll be a 4-point lead. So Wolverines back up by 4. Big basket there to make it a 2-possession game when it felt like Rutgers was taking the momentum back. 8.5 to go. Wolverines up 4 in what's a pretty low-scoring game here. And Simpson having trouble handling it. Almost went to the back court. Almost had it taken away by McDaniel. He gets it off to Spencer, who's being double-teamed by Buffkin and Reed. But he gets it to McConnell in the paint, 4 in the shot clock, off-balance shot, Sure, and it's going to be a shot clock violation. It's kind of a fumble, scramble for the basketball. Neither team got it before the shot clock expired after the air ball. So it'll be Wolverines getting the ball back as Paul Mulcahy re-enters for Rutgers. He has 8 points tonight. 8 minutes to go. Chase Howard has it just outside the three-point line. He dumps it off to Buffkin. We'll go back up to the top. Now still on the right side. McConnell guarding. He'll take it into the paint. Now drop back a little. Pass almost intercepted. McDaniel has it. There's 3 seconds on the shot clock. He'll take a 3 from the center. Off balance, misses. Rutgers rebounds. Wolverines still at 4. Mulcahy has it. Rutgers looking to cut it back to a one-possession game. Chase Howard on the coverage. And Terrace Reed almost intercepted the pass. He got a hand on it as the pass went out of bounds. Reed doesn't think he touched it. He's talking to the official. Ruling was that he did deflect it. So Rutgers will keep the ball. We'll have a media stoppage here. When we come back, it'll be Wolverines up 42-38 with 7:24 to go. And Rutgers will have the ball in their front court with 16 seconds on the shot clock. We're in a media timeout here. Second to last one of the game. Worth noting that Michigan leads this season series 15, or the all-time series rather, 15-1 since Rutgers joined the Big Ten. Rutgers got their only win ever against the Wolverines here on January 4th of last year against a Michigan team that was missing several players with the COVID outbreak that eventually resulted in the Wolverines' next 2 games getting postponed. Wolverines did avenge that with the victory at Chrysler Center later that season. This is the only time these teams will play this year in the regular season. Very possible that they end up meeting up in the Big Ten tournament in a couple weeks. That tournament will begin March 8th. Neither of these teams will be playing then. Likely Wolverines will be starting on Thursday the 9th unless they're able to finish in the top 4 of the Big Ten to get a double bye. WCBN will have coverage of every Michigan game at the Big Ten tournament in Chicago. So be sure to stay tuned for that. But Wolverines still have 3 regular season games left after this. And we are back. Rutgers has the ball after the deflection from Terrace Reed sent it out of bounds. And ball will be taken out of Amori's hands. And then it was ultimately out of bounds on Rutgers. So it's Michigan basketball. They're up 4. McDaniel has it. McDaniel with 10 points on the day. Now Williams has it. He'll take an off-balance mid-ranger. He gets it to go. And the Wolverines are up by 6 with under 7 minutes to play. Mulcahy has it. Being closely guarded by Buffkin. He'll take it across to the right side. Buffkin's still on him. 15 on the shot clock. And he'll pass it inside to Amori, guarded by Dickinson. And a reverse layup attempt goes over the rim. Wolverines come up with it. McDaniel has it. I believe that was Buffkin with the rebound. Or Terrace Reed, rather. So Buffkin has it. 15 on the shot clock. He'll go to the right side, take an off-balance mid-ranger. He gets it. Wolverines back up by 8. Tied for their largest of the night. As McConnell has it for the Scarlet Knights. And he'll pass it to Mulcahy. He'll pass around to Polk. And off-balance jump shot by Cam Spencer is good. That'll get it back to a 6-point game with just under 6 minutes to play. Rutgers crowd rising to their feet. Wolverines are up 46-40. McDaniel has it. He'll dribble around. Wolverines have been very slow on a lot of these possessions. No real sense of urgency. Pass to Dickinson. And now pass goes back to Dickinson. He'll take a 3 from the top, off the rim, no good. It's the front of the rim, but McDaniel is going to intercept a pass from McConnell to Spencer. So a big turnover there. Wolverines have a chance once again to extend their lead. McDaniel has it. 16 seconds. He'll take a shot just inside the arc. He gets the jump shot. It's back to an 8-point lead. That's Rutgers' fourth turnover in the last 4:38. And with 5:01 left, Rutgers will take another timeout. So they are down to 1 left for the game. I think that turnover was likely the one that was going to upset Steve Peichel, as they're trailing 8 with 5 minutes left, especially with the struggles we've seen from the Wolverines closing out some games. It's not an insurmountable deficit. You just can't make mistakes like that. You know, this 3-pointer by Dickinson, Caleb McConnell gets the rebound, and immediately his pass gets in. Immediately takes a long pass almost to midcourt. McDaniel intercepts it and gets a pull-up jumper. So Rutgers 1 timeout left. Wolverines have 3. Wolverines are up 8. Both teams still have fouls to give. Wolverines only have 3.5. Rutgers has 4.5. I believe this is a full 60-second timeout for the Scarlet Knights. No real foul trouble on either side. It's been a relatively clean game in terms of fouls. Neither team has a player with more than 2 fouls. It has not been a clean game in terms of mistakes. We've seen Michigan has 9 turnovers. Rutgers now with 12 turnovers. They have 10 missed free throws. The result of low-scoring game here. But Rutgers has it after the timeout. 5 minutes to go in the game. Rutgers down 8. And they are going to need one more run if they want to get back into this. Hyatt has it. He's back in the game. They'll go through Amori to Mulcahy. They'll pass to Spencer. 7 on the shot clock. Spencer goes into the paint, dribbles back out. Guarded by Dickinson. He's going to drive back in. Jumper as the shot clock expires. Shots off the rim, misses. Terrence Williams gets the rebound for the Wolverines. Wolverines up 8 with the ball. They have not led by more than 8 all night. Dickinson has it. Passes to McDaniel. Passes to Williams on the left side, right in front of his own bench, to Dickinson. On the left side, and his pass to Buffkin intercepted, and McConnell dunks as he intercepted the pass from Dickinson, and there was no one who had a chance of stopping him. It's back to a 6-point game. Crowd is rising. just looking for some momentum. Rutgers has not been able to find it in the second half, but there is still time. It's a two-possession game. McDaniel passes back and forth with Hunter Dickinson. There's now 11 on the shot clock. Jumper goes in and makes it back an 8-point game once again. Exactly what the Rutgers fans did not want to see. Mulcahy drives inside, passes back to McConnell, will pass it to Spencer. Spencer tries to drive in. He's going to pass to Mulcahy on the left side, and his pass is going to get deflected by the Wolverines and then taken away as Rutgers continues to turn it over. McDaniel has it. 3:15 to go in the game. Wolverines up 8 with the ball. Was again a slow possession. He'll pass across. High pass to Williams, who had to just push it in bounds as he fell out. Terrace Reed's short attempt misses off the front of the rim. Mulcahy has it after Rutgers rebounds. And now McConnell being guarded by Reed. Reed guarded closely. He has a size advantage for sure. Pass to Hyatt. Now McConnell still guarded by Reed. Can he get through? He goes under the basket. Reverse layup off the side of the backboard. No good. Hunter Dickinson with the rebound. Wolverines have the ball up 8, just over 2.5 to play. Wolverines will take it into the front court. Buffkin has it, and you have to figure now Wolverines are really going to slow play these possessions, given that Rutgers is going to need to score at least 3 times to tie this game up. Buffkin up top. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. He'll drive it in, almost had the ball stolen from him, but he gets through. He gets the layup. Wolverines up 10, first time they've been up by this much tonight. And Rutgers with 2:08 left, they will take their last timeout. This will be the under 4 media timeout. Rutgers has no timeouts left, which is not what they want with this much time left. But Steve Frankel just had to take it. The second half has felt like it's been all Michigan. It really has. Michigan's outscored Rutgers 26-19 in the second half. But every time it's started to feel like Rutgers has gotten momentum, but they have cut it to one score a couple times, and the crowd started to get into the game, Michigan's just taken the momentum right back. And with a couple minutes left, Wolverines certainly look like they're in good shape, and we're starting to see a large number of Rutgers fans who apparently do not have much hope left and are filing out of their seats and headed toward the exits. So media timeout, and then if the Wolverines can just play clean basketball for a couple more minutes, they should be on their way to what would be a massive victory in their efforts to push their way back into the tournament conversation. This win won't be enough on their own, on its own, but if they can beat Wisconsin on Sunday, and then they have 2 more quad 1 road games at Illinois and Indiana next Thursday and Sunday, respectively. If they can split those, that would give them 4 quad 1 wins. It would allow them to finish at 12-8. And maybe if they can get a couple wins in the Big Ten tournament, it's not outside the realm of possibility. Worth noting, last year, for much of the year, it did not look like Michigan was a tournament team. But down the stretch, they played a tough schedule. They basically alternated wins and losses. And despite an embarrassing blown lead to Indiana in their first Big Ten tournament game, they managed to get in, won back-to-back games, beat Colorado State, had the upset over Tennessee before losing to Villanova in the Sweet 16. Now, their metrics are much less favorable this year than they were last year, so it's going to take more work for the Wolverines to get in. But there still does seem to be a path, however small the door is, if they can truly play to their potential. Because we saw this at Northwestern a few weeks ago, a game it felt like the Wolverines had no chance in, and they were just dominant. They had a nice finish against Michigan State last weekend in a game that, despite being close the whole game, really felt like Michigan State controlled the game. So you look at all those frustrating losses, games where Wolverines have a chance to win, they can't finish. Now, they've had good moments. And unless something goes very wrong in these last couple of minutes, this will be one of those. This game would fall into one of those strong moments, give them momentum going into a game against Wisconsin at home that they absolutely must win if they want to keep their hopes alive. So it'll be Rutgers ball coming out of this timeout. They're down 10. They have no timeouts left. Worth noting, Rutgers still has 2 fouls to give, so they're going to have to think about fouling earlier than they otherwise might, given what this deficit is, plus the fact they still have to give 2 more fouls. Mulcahy with a layup, misses, and Dickinson comes up with the rebound and then gets fouled. I don't know if that was intentional necessarily, or if that was just an attempt by Cam Spencer to come up with a rebound, an unsuccessful one at that. That's foul number 5 on the Scarlet Knights. It's only Cam Spencer's first foul. Does not look like the Scarlet Knights are going to foul here. Still going to play it out for now. Terrace Reed gets a floater to go, and Wolverines are now up 12, 54-42. Minute 40 to play. Spencer has it up top. Outside the arc, pass to the left side is Mulcahy, who's going to drive in, pass to the right corner, 3-point attempt from Hyatt. Misses off the rim. Williams with the rebound, and now they're going to foul. So it looks like maybe an attempted trap on Doug McDaniel. But as I mentioned, Scarlet Knights had a couple fouls to give. That is their last one. Wolverines will be at the line with the next foul. But you have to wonder, are the Scarlet Knights going to foul now, down 12? Or at this point, are they not going to bother? We'll find out. You have to figure, if they foul, it's going to be now. Going for a trap, can't get it. Almost trapped Dickinson, but he was able to pass it to McDaniel through double coverage. And they are going to foul. So we'll see how long the Knights play this game. As Hyatt picks up his second foul, it's the team 7. McDaniel will go to the line for a 1-1. Fans really filtering out of the arena now, as Wolverines look to be in very strong shape to improve to 10-7 in the conference, which would put them into a tie for 3rd place. So 1-1 for McDaniel. He's 1 for 2 on free throws tonight, tied for the team lead with 14 points. Free throw misses, but Terrace Reed initially looks like he might have a rebound, but the ball goes out of bounds. It will be Rutgers ball. Minute 17 to go. Michigan is still up by 12. And they are going to go to the monitor here in the final 2 minutes to look at possession. Call was that the ball was out on Terrace Reed in his attempt to rebound. And looking there, it's hard to tell. I think it might have been off Rutgers. It's a matter of whether or not Reed's hand touched it. I did not think it did from that angle, but on the replay we saw, it looked like Reed's fingertip was cut off the screen. So it's possible that he did touch the ball, and it simply was not visible on that. Of course, has to be indisputable video evidence to overturn the call. Call on the floor being Rutgers basketball. Figure if they overturned this, it would be likely another quick Rutgers foul. Officials still at the scorer's table, taking a look. But this arena has thinned out significantly, the crowd. So you're in the final 77 seconds. And it will be Rutgers ball. They'll uphold the call. Looking at the stats, McDaniel and Buffkin still have both lead the team with 14 points. And then Hunter Dickinson has a double-double, 13 points, 11 rebounds. Not an overwhelming impact in terms of scoring, but in a defensive game, those 11 rebounds are massive. Of course, Hunter Dickinson does have the size. It'll be Mulcahy with the ball, as he'll drive in and try to quickly score, but gets blocked by Terrace Reed. McDaniel gets the rebound. And he's going to be fouled. It goes to the ground kind of awkwardly. That's McCahey with the foul. Foul number 8. Buffkin, after going down there, Mulcahy did not really have much of an angle to foul, so he kind of had to reach in pretty far. So McDaniel will go back to the line for a 1-and-1. He missed the 1-and-1 just a few moments ago. The front end of it. Will get a chance to redeem himself right now. And he hits the front end this time. Wolverines 4 for 6 now on free throws. They are up 13. As McDaniel looks to finish off the pair. And it'll roll around and miss. It'll be rebounded by Rutgers. They're down 13 in the last minute of the game. 3 from the top for Hyatt. And misses, and now another foul by Rutgers. So they are not giving up yet. 54.9 to play. And this time it's Terrence Williams getting fouled by Amori. His third personal. This will be the last 1-and-1 for the Wolverines. Any additional fouls would result in 2 free throws for the Wolverines. Terrence Williams has not attempted any free throws. He only has 2 points tonight. He's been on the floor for 21 minutes. The front end is good. Wolverines are up 14 as they continue to expand on their largest lead of the night. It has been a close game throughout, but the Wolverines have really pulled away these last few minutes. Williams, one more, he gets that. So he hits the pair. It is a 15-point game. You have to figure Rutgers probably at the point they're going to stop fouling now. So Mulcahy has it. Pass to Spencer and then Hyatt. Up top, back to Mulcahy. On the left, goes under the basket, reverse layup, and he gets fouled.
Foul number 2 from the ball is 30. Wolverines 14 fouls. On the line for Rutgers.
So shooting foul there. It was only the 4th for the Wolverines, but he will take 2 shots. First one off the front of the rim, and yet another miss. And the fans that remain here are audibly frustrated. That is 4 for 15 for Rutgers tonight on free throw attempts. The team this year is 73% on free throws. He will hit the back end of the pair. So it is a 14-point lead for Michigan. There's 41 seconds left in this game. Will Rutgers still foul? It appears they will not. McDaniel has it. And there'll be a timeout by Michigan as Williams was getting trapped. Don't think Rutgers was going to foul there. But Michigan will take a timeout. There's a 10-second differential. 27 on the game clock, 17 on the shot clock. It's only Michigan's second timeout of the game. As they are set to cruise to victory. On the Rutgers side, Cam Spencer leads the team with 11 points. Amori has 10 and Mulcahy has 9. McConnell has 7. Then all they have beyond that is 3 each from Simpson and Palmquist. 10 bench points from the Scarlet Knights. Wolverines have 9. Big stat differential. Wolverines 17 points off turnovers. Rutgers only 3. The turnover numbers are similar, 13 to 10. Michigan has just done a much better job taking advantage of turnovers. So Wolverines will pass it around. McDaniel going inside. Layup attempt gets blocked. but he's going to be fouled. And so it doesn't matter because that was a shooting foul, but it does put Michigan in the double bonus. And so McDaniel will take 2 free throws. He's 2 for 5 from the line tonight. First attempt, he rolls around, misses. So Wolverines 6 for 10 on free throws. They have not gone to the line a ton. Some free throw struggles for McDaniel here. And the second one rolls around, but is good. 58-43, 15 seconds to go. Layup attempt is good. Simpson with it for 58-45, and the Wolverines are now going to let the rest of the time run off the clock. Huge statement win for the Wolverines, 58-45 the final, as they defeat the Rutgers Scarlet Knights on the road, improved to 16-1 all-time in the season series. With that, the Wolverines improved to 10-7 in conference play, 16-12 on the year. They still have work to do in bolstering their tournament resume, but they are tied for third in the conference at 10-7, tied with Indiana and Maryland, trailing Purdue and Northwestern. And Wolverines will be back in action on Sunday afternoon at 2 p.m. against Wisconsin. WCBN will have coverage of that game. Northwestern leads Illinois 54-47. There's still 7:46 to go with that game. Wolverines should be rooting for Northwestern because that would give Michigan a game on Illinois. Michigan will play at Illinois next Thursday. They also play at Indiana. Those are big games, 2 big road games to finish the year. Beyond the fact that they give Michigan quad 1 opportunities, those are also teams that the Wolverines are fighting with for standing position. Michigan does have a 2-game edge on Wisconsin, as despite the loss in Madison last week, and they'll look to avenge that with their game on Sunday. Final stats here. Michigan wins 58-45. Doug McDaniel leads the team with 16 points. Kobe Buffkin at 14. Hunter Dickinson 13. Also had 11 rebounds. He gets a double-double. Terrence Williams only had 4 points, but he had 9 rebounds. Those are the big impact players for the Wolverines. As I mentioned, big stat differential. 17 points off of Rutgers' 13 turnovers. Wolverines turned it over 10 times, but Rutgers only converted that into 3 points. And I think that was the big difference in the game. Wolverines also led offensive rebounds 9-6. On the Rutgers side, Cam Spencer led the team with 11 points, Cliffo Amori with 10. No one else had double digits. Amori did get a double-double by the thinnest margin possible with 10 points and 10 rebounds. Overall, low-scoring game here. Heavy defense. But nevertheless, a huge statement win for the Wolverines as they improved to 16-12 overall. 10-7 in the conference. They have secured at least a 500 conference record, and they can clinch a winning conference record and match their 11 conference wins from last year if they beat Wisconsin on Sunday. That's all we'll have here for WCBN Sports. I'm Zachary Linder. Thank you for listening as the Wolverines defeat the Scarlet Knights 58-45. Have a good rest of your night, and as always, go blue.